feel like it, drop General Petraeus a note. And while you're at it, drop a note to some of those brave young men and women who are serving. They like to hear from you. They like to hear from you. And I'd like to tell you something about them that you already know. And that is that I'm proud of this great old man. He was in World War II, he was in Korea, he was in Vietnam. I'm proud of these brave young people who served in Iraq. I'm proud of my generation. But I'm most proud of those who are serving today. There has never been more difficult conditions which we've asked young people to fight in, with all due respect to previous wars, than this war. Not long ago, in 135-degree heat, these young people were putting on 40 pounds of body armor, about 40 to 50 pounds of equipment, sometimes 30 pounds of equipment, and going out and for 10, 12, 14 hours a day. And they did it under the most difficult conditions. And I want us to fully understand that however this comes out, the very best of America, the very best of America is serving in our military today. We love them, we cherish them, and we support them. And you know, the next time we see a member of the military, the Guard, the Reserve, then the only thing they want from us is for you to just walk over and say thanks for serving. That's all they ask for us, and I'm sure that here in this great state, in this great field named after an American hero, all of us share that same love and appreciation of the men and women of the armed forces. Now, I just want to lay out very quickly, for almost 4 years, we pursued a failed policy in Iraq. As Bud said, I condemned it. I was criticized by Republicans and others for doing so, and I saw it was doomed to failure, and I argued for the strategy that's now succeeding. This strategy has only been in place for a few months. You have seen a dramatic turnaround in Anbar province. You have seen success in other parts of Iraq, including Baghdad. In neighborhoods all over Baghdad today, there are young American soldiers and Marines out on patrol with Iraqi military. There has been dramatic improvement. Is there a long way to go? Yes. Is the Maliki government not functioning the way we want it to? No, it's not. Is some of the Iraqi police corrupt? Yes. The Iraqi police is not doing the job we want it to. But when you look at the change over the last 6 months, really over the last 4 or 5 months, this strategy is working, it is succeeding, and it must be given a chance to succeed. Now, there are many in the Congress of the United States that just want out. They wanted to set a date for withdrawal. There are some colleagues of mine, after we had the debate, and it was clear that we were not going to withdraw after the last debate, they voted to cut off the funding. They voted to cut off the funding for the men and women who are serving over there. Well, if you cut off the funding, you cut off their ability to perform. Now, I understand the bitterness of this debate. I understand the frustration and anger of the American people and the sorrow because of the enormous sacrifice that's been made. All of us here want our troops out. All of us want them home. But we want them home with honor. We want them home with honor and return with honor so that we don't have to turn around sometime from now and send them back because we left chaos and genocide in the region. And I am as convinced of that as I am of anything that I know. I believe that. My friends, as I say, this debate will go across the country. I understand what public opinion is. I understand the frustration and the sorrow of the American people, but I also understand the consequences of failure. So we must not only think about Iraq, but we also must think about the consequences in the region. About just a few days ago, the president of Iran said, when the Americans leave, there will be a vacuum, a void in the region, and we will fill it. Now, what more clear message can you understand what's at stake than what the president of Iran said, the same country that's exporting IEDs into Iraq and killing young American soldiers and Marines? My friends, if we leave, there was no doubt what the Iranians will do, what the Syrians will do, what the increased dangers will be for the Kurds if if the Turks think that they're becoming unemployment, and there will be chaos and genocide in the region. So I'm grateful that you're here today. I hope that all of us will sit down, write our elected representatives a letter, stand up for the men and women who are serving, support them. The best way to support them, of course, is to allow them time to assure victory. And there's another side of this that we all know, and we know of the sacrifice that has been made. On my wrist today, I wear a bracelet. In Wolfboro, New Hampshire, about a month or so ago, I was at a town hall meeting. There's lots of people there. In town hall meetings, we have people stand up and ask questions or make comments. A woman stood up and she said, "Senator McCain, I lost my son in Baghdad a few days before Christmas, last Christmas. And I would like for you to wear this bracelet with his name on it." I told her I would be honored to wear that bracelet with his name on it. And I will wear Matthew Stanley's bracelet for a very, very long, long time. And you know, she also said to me, she said, "Senator McCain, will you do me the great honor of doing everything that you can to making sure that my son's death was not in vain?" My dear friends, we want to make sure that Matthew Stanley and nearly 4,000 other brave young Americans' death was not in vain. And that really is what this is all about. So we're going to be traveling around the country. We're going to be traveling around Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina. I was in California a couple of days ago, trying to talk to the American people and asking for their patience, asking for their perseverance, and asking for them to continue their love and affection for these brave young Americans who are continuing to serve with magnificence and with the pride that we all know that they have in the job that they are doing. So thank you very much for coming today. God bless you, and thank you, Bud, and all of our veterans who have served. Thanks again.
Another jerk. More than one jerk.
Who's like that? Tungsten, turn that off. Daylight. Daylight, gentlemen.
Do your white?
It's daylight.
You want it? No. Yeah. I think we got everybody. Thanks. Could I just say that we came from, I came in from Washington, obviously. I thought General Petraeus and Ambassador Crocker did a good job today, and the debate, I would imagine, will start early next week after the President issues his report on the 15th. Looking forward to the debate, and I think that General Petraeus and Ambassador Crocker, I hope, was able to convince some people that the strategy that we are employing is succeeding, that we can't afford to reduce the size of the force. That has to be dictated by the facts of the ground. And I'm happy to be, other of our veterans will be joining us at different stops on a tour. We'll be in Iowa, and then going to New Hampshire, and ending up in South Carolina. Stop at various